Thanks, Raj. Hi, I'm Sam Bass, lead designer of Command & Conquer 4, and I'm here to talk to you today about the Kodiak. So the Kodiak was part of an effort on our part to take Tiberian Sun-era units and move them into 2077, which is when CNC 4 takes place, but sort of pay tribute to those classic CNC units at the same time. And one of the things we did is we didn't want to just take the unit as is, make it 3D, put it in the game. We wanted to update the look a bit because significant time had passed within the canon, and you know, it would be silly, oh, we're going to pull this thing out of mothballs and put it in the battlefield. So Chris Tamburino, our art director, and his team worked very hard to keep the classic lines and shape of the Kodiak while also bringing it into the year 2077.
So the Kodiak aircraft was one of the first units we worked on for Command & Conquer 4. And what I have here are a number of the preliminary drawings we did. We knew that we wanted it to look like a flying aircraft carrier, and that it should, you know, really conform to the GDI aesthetic, which is very sort of blocky, very heavy shapes, which was kind of an interesting challenge for us because, you know, we really wanted something that felt as though it was part of the GDI arsenal, but it wasn't a flying brick. It had to be an interesting shape. Finally, with this version, we felt we were really very close. Kind of issue we had with this concept was that the weapons weren't too visible, and that was very important from a gameplay standpoint. So that finally led us to version 9 here, which is very, very close to the in-game asset. You can see we've kind of split the front open a little bit, put cannons, and we also made the very prominent engines in the background. We thought that would really give the VFX department an opportunity to do something very cool in the back.
Hey, my name is Casey Robinson. I'm one of the effects artists on the Command & Conquer 4 team, and I'm going to show you some of the Kodiak effects. Here we have the Kodiak in its old geometry form. You can see that the afterburners are back here, are set geometry, and what we would do is we would just hide or unhide as it would move. It wasn't very fluid. It didn't feel like an afterburner kind of going off. So our art director wanted the aircraft to bring it to particle systems. The trick for a lot of the aircraft afterburner stuff was to make it sure it didn't look like fire. Normally when we have our damage effects, we tend to apply them to the engines. So if the aircraft is damaged, smoke will billow out from behind it. So if we had any sort of thruster that looked fiery, we would have a kind of disconnect for the player, thinking that maybe his aircraft was damaged.
This was basically going to be sky artillery. In large explosions, there's actually a distortion around. There's the shockwave of the air displacing causes an actual distortion effect, and we wanted to get that in this game. The way we did that was there's a separate render layer, and this layer we have filled with distortion. We had to make a pretty big explosion, but we had to keep it very compact for the gameplay, whereas normally during some type of movie and TV explosion you can have thousands of particles spitting out. This one we had to have, say, 4. So each particle we had to get a lot of mileage out of each one.
It's incredibly powerful. It can take out structures. It has an interesting upgrade that lets it go into a defensive mode where it shields itself and surrounding unit. It also has an anti-air weapon, so you can deal with enemy support aircraft. And that's the Kodiak. So this is Sam Bass, lead designer of CNC 4, saying, hope you like it.